Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well today. Welcome to the first video that I am going to put out weekly, which is what's up this week. So this is going to be a weekly prediction, and let's start off by drawing a couple cards to use in place of crystals. Wow, okay, so pile one, do 2, 3, and let's get 2 more. I'll turn them over, don't worry. 3, and then you wanted to come out 4. Okay. 5. Somehow there are 5. Okay, we'll do 5. Oh, wow. Okay, so pile 1 is infinity with this rainbow. Pile 2 is without a map. Pile 3 is beauty. Pile 4 is multifaceted. And pile 5 is, oh, the third eye. That's what I like to look at that as. All right, so the crystals I have this week for you are all Amazonite. Pile 1. Pile 2. Pile 3. Pile 4. And pile 5. Alright, so feel free to pause the video, take as long as you need. Once you've made your selection, you can find corresponding timestamps there in the description box or the comment section below. Find your corresponding timestamp and it will meet you at your reading. Hello pile 1, welcome to your reading, everyone who chose Infinity with the Rainbow. So, curiously, in this little purple deck that I have, it is the only card that has 2 messages on it. So the first one is the rainbow, and then the second is the text added on top of it. So it's like, I honestly get from that idea a blessing. Okay, so I don't know if this is a theme for your week ahead. We'll go deeper with tarot. But the first message I'm getting is some element of blessing or increase. Okay, it's also could be a message of receiving some message in your dreams, okay, about perhaps what you're here to do, honestly, is the message I'm getting. So that's pretty big energy for the week ahead. Let's just set that there, and we'll open up with some tarot cards. Okay, so this is for pile 1, please. Let's get 3 cards for pile 1. Okay, that's 3. All right. 5 of Cups, curious, hope. Okay, and that kind of makes sense to me with this rainbow card. Okay, so the first energy I'm picking up on is a turning point. Okay, so I think that this week, pile 1 should be looking, especially I'm sensing towards the beginning of the week, looking at this week ahead as a turning point, okay? Kind of transitioning from the energy of despair and focusing on perhaps what hasn't happened or what hasn't panned out or what hasn't taken shape in the way that we really desire, and turning around to recognize that there's a lot of potential still, okay? There are a lot more opportunities that await you as soon as we can make this transition, right? From focusing on what hasn't happened into focusing on the potential. Now I say that because the original depiction of the 5 of Cups in the Rider-Waite deck is a figure who's cloaked, focusing on 3 cups over here that have all turned over, spilling their contents. Yet, if this figure could just turn around and look over at this side, there are 2 more cups representing potential, okay? That's the energy that I'm getting. Page of Cups. Oh, wow. Okay, so this feels pretty, this is a synchronistic message, right? So we're talking about a lot of emotion, okay? Page of Cups can represent a message, right? Ooh, now we're getting a confirmation for you guys with the rainbow here, okay? And the rainbow, you know, it only comes after a storm, right? So I think that pile 1 is mourning some sort of loss this week, okay? And the emphasis seems to be about looking at this situation as a turning point, okay? And like moving up from here. Rainbows to me talk about color and vibrancy, and perhaps that this week, pile one should focus on incorporating a little bit more color in their life, okay? So this could look like putting flowers around the house, and pile one, changing little things like that, like physical, tangible things, you would be surprised by how much it can shift your mood, because it'll shift the energy in your house. I'm also getting the idea of if you perhaps sleep on beige or white or cream gray pillowcases, it might be time to switch to a more colorful pillowcase and to just observe how that affects your dreams, okay? Page of Cups talks about this more young, playful innocence, kind of like before you had your first heartbreak, right? Before you witnessed the first, really devastating event in your life. And what I'm getting is that we really want to incorporate and pour this innocence, this potential into your life, okay? To uplift you. Now our final card, sorry, that's really beautiful, pile one. Oh, I love to see this charity card there. So what I see with charity in this deck, there are 79 cards. There are usually only 78 in a tarot deck. This is the most incredible blessing. That's so synchronistic. What a really cool reading. The first message I got is, there seems to be this element of a blessing coming through. Okay, so this could be a message of an increase of money, right? So that would be an unexpected source of income. It could be a message regarding a job offer, okay? But this is, the charity card is even more beautiful than the world, which represents this moment where your life has really come together and you're standing on center stage and you've really sort of bloomed into a new person with a new outlook on life. Now, the charity takes that a step further, and it's the idea of standing in that place of authenticity, shining outwards, and being such an incredible energetic match for blessings as a result, okay? I think that pile one is leaving behind this energy of despair, of sadness, of mourning, of loss, and celebrating something incredible, okay? Celebrating some good news is what I'm hearing. It's just a very blessed reading right from the very beginning. What a curious message. So you know what? I really want to, because I do see emotion going on here, I'm going to reach for a quick little romance card to see if we can get a clarification. Actually, let's do something a little different, okay? Because I do feel this incredible rainbow energy. Let's go for our rainbow deck right here. I want to draw on this charity card. What is this incredible offering, incredible blessing that's coming through? It also is the energy, pile one, of making sure that you stay in this playful mood, this innocent mood, this optimistic mood, this giving people and events the benefit of the doubt. That energy is going to help you transition from this Five of Cups energy. Okay. Brunette, curious. Okay, so this could be you, right? Wanting to change your hair color, but I'm getting that this Page of Cups, I'm getting a strong message, but it could also be love, okay? This could be, the beginning of a new relationship. Oh, wow. You're somebody else. Okay, well, you sound like yourself. What is that lyric? It's like, well, you talk like yourself, but you're somebody else, or something like that. Well, you look like yourself, but you're somebody else. It's one of my favorite songs from, wow, why am I blanking on this? Oh my goodness. I used to sing this song all the time. I can't even remember. You guys might want to look up this song. I really love it. It's kind of melancholy, for sure. And what I'm getting with this, because I was drawing on charity and generosity, I think that perhaps this could be someone who is coming into your life to help you transition from this energy of, feeling like are not really on path, feeling like things weren't working out according to plan, feeling unfulfilled. I'm getting this idea of you transforming your energy. Okay, that message of color and vibrancy and surrounding yourself with flowers or color, I think that could be focusing on perhaps your emotional state. So you could quite literally change your hair color to represent this as a definite shift, right? From this energetic state that we were in, brooding, into somebody else, right? And I think that that physical shift, because we were drawing a lot of attention to like the physical state and your body or your home, something tangible, something real to help create an emotional reaction. I think it could be adornment, okay? Your hair. We really could change up this hair in order to mark this transition, which is going to bring forward the incredible energy of this charity card, okay? So, I am still a little bit curious. We got this romance deck here. Nope. Okay. New love. Yep. Wow. So synchronistic. Page of Cups. New love. Curious. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Wow. I love to see this for you, pile one. So cool. So your final message is this confirmation that I see someone coming in to help shift your energy, okay? Now, if this is a friend, they're helping you transition from this period of mourning, okay? Now, for others of you who are identifying more strongly with love, I see them being brunette, okay? And I see them having had a relationship with you at one point in your life. It doesn't have to be romantic, but I think you've met them before is what I'm trying to say. Now they're coming through now to help you transition, okay? They're helping you move from a period of dissatisfaction in your life to more prosperity, success, and abundance. They're a pivotal figure who are going to help you move forward, okay? And this is a fated event. That's why we have this major arcana card coming through. And it's a pivotal moment. And it seems to be this week. Very curious. What a remarkable reading of pile one. You could also treat this as a confirmation if this person has moved into your life recently that they're here to do some emotional healing with you to help you transition and to move forward, okay, out of this period of Five of Cups. So that is the end of your reading, pile one, and I really hope you liked it. If you'd like to book a personal reading, I have a link in the description box, or you could email me. And if you've made it this far into the video, you can give me a big thumbs up. It really helps support the messages on this channel, helps other people receive them, and it helps my channel grow. So until next time, stay divine. Hello, pile two. Welcome to your reading. Everyone who chose without a map. Okay, so the first message I'm getting is not all those who wander are lost, right? So when I first put this down, I was like, I don't know if anyone is going to choose this pile because they might think it's the energy of not really having a plan, not really know where you're going, kind of lost kind of energy. But what I felt deeper than that was this week, it's important to allow spontaneity and creativity to be main factors and main themes throughout your week, right? So not all those who wander are lost means that some people are living their life as if it were a great experiment, and I fully support that idea. The only way that you can transform knowledge into wisdom is through lived experience, and that is the first message for pile two. So let's set that off to the side and open up with some tarot. Let's get 3 cards for pile two. Okay, first card, the Fool. What? This is so synchronistic. That's so cool. Okay, so pile two. This is a confirmation. I think that there's some element of travel, at least, that is the main theme throughout your week, okay? Now, this Fool card, it's a major arcana talking about a fated event. To me, that describes something that you designed before you incarnated, okay? And it's that energy of letting spontaneity color your week. This is such a beautiful reading. Love it, love it, love it, okay? So, the Fool, a new beginning, going into a new direction, and you're not unprepared, right? You just perhaps don't know where the final destination is, and that's that element of wonder that we kept talking about, you know, when we started opening your reading. It's this idea of just letting yourself be led creatively, intuitively to new paths this week. Our main theme for Pile 2 seems to be about this new beginning, and I'm super curious, so you guys should let me know in the comment section if this is ringing true for you. Now we have the Page of Wands with Innocence, okay? So to me, this is more of a confirmation that it's time to let your path be guided by these desires to see the world, this desire for travel, this desire to go somewhere new. And at the very, very least, if you're like, I don't know how, Zac, to incorporate that this week because I'm booked like Monday through Friday after work. And I would say that the best thing you could do is take a new route to work or a new drive home, because just simply seeing those new signs, symbols, trees, you know, new dirt patches, that idea of seeing something new on the way home is going to be really inspiring, and it's going to be really nourishing to you. Because when you flood your senses with new stimuli, it really helps uplift your energy and it makes you feel more creative. I'm also getting the idea that there might be a friend who's slightly younger than you who wants to invite you to go out somewhere. And you might feel like, yeah, I've got too much going on this week, but I really think you should just let yourself be guided by these new impulses that seem to be coloring your week. You guys have really great energy. The Page of Wands can just, you know, it talks about someone who is coming in to deliver some sort of message, and what I get is usually like an invitation. So this is like an invitation to go out for drinks. This is an invitation to, you know, go with them while they go to some store. It's that kind of energy. Okay, so let's see if we can get one more card for Pile. 3 of Wands, Freedom. Yep, this is so remarkably synchronistic. That's so cool. Okay, so this is the energy of expansion, you know, without a map, the Fool, which represents journey, and now you have freedom. Where are you going? I must know, Pile 2. Where is Pile 2 going? You guys have to leave a comment. I demand it. So 3 of Wands talks about, in the original Rider-Waite deck, we see a figure who's on the edge of a cliff, and there are ships amidst a golden sea. And, excuse me, and when you look at that card, you're supposed to identify either with the idea of those ships going out or those ships coming in. And it's the idea of, where are you currently piled to? Are you sending out energy? Are you sending out passion projects? Or are you perhaps receiving at this time? And I think for some of you, it's the idea of following your instincts to go on the open road is the message I want to say for you guys. I'm going to draw a main highlight. I didn't do this for Pile 1. They were really talking about love, and you really want to come out. The full moon completion. Okay, so this is kind of like an energy that's going to be a highlight. Okay, so I'm getting the idea of coming full circle, okay, of going somewhere new with a lot of energy. Okay, I also think that something that you send out or start or are waiting to hear back on, there is news coming by the full moon whenever that arrives next. Okay, I'm also sensing that this ability to be serendipitous, to be spontaneous, to accept invitations is not something that you're usually used to doing. I think that geez, there are so many. One of my biggest confirmations that I'm on the nose is my throat will close, and it's closed twice in your reading so far. So that means it's a really relevant message. This idea that this is new for you is important, okay? Because we have the Fool, which is, again, a fated event. And with the full moon completion, I think you're closing out some cycle of being. And we really want you to step into the power of, like, newness and spring, because it's going to shift your energy. Yeah, I got that idea of someone who has a week that's chakra block full. But if you look at every single week like that and never change, never try to experiment with something else, never bring in a new stimuli, you'll sort of like be in a rut, and it'll just get deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, and it'll get harder and harder to pull yourself out of that. It's really important to always bring forward this sprinkle of energy, like this idea of newness and freshness is the most relevant message. And I think it'll help you shift into a new direction of your life. Okay, I see full moon completion as the idea of closing one chapter and opening another. Okay, especially because we have the Fool. I'm just looking at this as like a big giant zero, which is the beginning and new beginnings for you. Now let's draw a romance card or two. What is the main energy in relationships this week? For pile 2, okay. Deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. That's a curious card. Okay, I'm looking at the moon and the whiteness of the moon and this mask right here. Okay, and to me that talks about some element, some friend, some offer that perhaps might not be very straightforward. Okay, now I'm sort of getting a different inkling. It'll change for everyone. You have to sort of discern when I'm speaking to you, as this is a general reading. I'm almost getting that this Page of Wands has some sort of offer where there is an element of secrecy, because the moon can talk about secrets or what's under the surface or what hasn't been revealed yet. And with deception coming out, I'm getting the idea that they have a little bit of an ulterior motive. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be bad. It could just be that there might be an extra little step on this trip that you guys are taking, or they want you to go with them to this bar because they're hopefully meeting someone else, and they kind of want that element of protection, though their invitation might look like, hey, come out, we haven't gone out in a minute, kind of energy, right? Now, let's just, reach for this rainbow deck because it's sitting there looking beautiful. Let's see if we can get a little bit more information for pile 2. Okay. Small bump and first kiss. Okay, curious. Okay, so that's so curious. Small bump means, that element we were just talking about, deception, secrecy. There's some tiny, tiny little element that's not revealed. And what I'm getting is it's not desperately bad. And we're commenting on some element of secrecy this week, okay? Something under the surface, so just be aware of that. If you have an inkling, this is probably ringing true for you. If you don't, remember, it's a general message. Not every single message will be for you. So that small bump could just simply be go with the flow this week, right? Nothing significant is going to put you off path this week. Nothing significant is going to uproot you. You have a lot of really beautiful energy that's describing going forward with this more lust for life, okay? Small bump says allow yourself to be spontaneous this week. Now, you also got first kiss, okay? So that to me talks about the energy for those who are identifying more with this love offer. The Fool and the Page of Wands, a new beginning and some element of freedom and expansion within the relationship, okay? I get a little bit of a travel vibe for some of you guys for, going on this date where you're getting your first kiss with this person. It's the idea that you guys are finally linking up. I think I was commenting on this person, it might have been pile 1, where it felt like you've known them before and you just haven't developed that relationship yet, okay? First kiss, I see date. Okay, for some of you who are identifying with love. So this is the end of your reading, pile 2. This is your week ahead, the main energies you can expect, and I really hope you liked it. If you'd like to book a personal reading, you can follow the link in my description box or email me. If you've made it this far into the video, you can give me a big thumbs up. Really helps support the channel, helps other people find these messages, helps my channel grow. And until next time, stay divine. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading, everyone who chose beauty. So the first message I'm getting is calling attention to your physical body. Okay, now I'm seeing the Empress card. So I think your main theme for this week is really nurturing yourself, okay? And this could have something to do with changing your appearance, like getting a haircut. I'm seeing like a new earring. Some sort of earring or ear piercing that's not the regular ones, it'd be like a tragus or a conch or something along these lines. Or maybe you were doing like an asymmetrical design, something along the lines of changing your physical appearance to make you feel more rooted in your body. Okay, but I'm also sensing this idea of incorporating more color into your life, and perhaps that could look as simple as bringing paint into a room to freshen it up, changing out the towels in your kitchen, bringing some more color in the bathroom, and that's going to really help uplift you. There is an emphasis on the physical and the tangible realm in order to get us grounded in our bodies, okay? So those are the first messages coming through. I'm going to move your card over here. Now, let's open up with some tarot. Let's get 3 cards for pile 3. First card, 6 of Pentacles with gifts. Yes. I'm going to pull you guys there. Okay. So what I'm getting is this idea of really kind of treating yourself, right? I'm getting the idea of sort of adorning yourself. And the Pentacles, they talk about the body, okay? But also good health. So I feel like pile 3 is having a really good week. They feel very in their body, or we're calling attention for the necessity of grounding this week, but I'm getting more of a really kind of a stable individual who has their SHIT together, okay? And you're in a position where you are really able to receive abundance and at the very least kind of more positive energy, a wealth of health, because you're keeping up with your body and listening to yourself. And I just see this person who's really confident with their life and where they're going right now. And as a result, they're really a magnetic attraction, okay? Because beauty can talk about attraction, and that's not just physical, but your vibrational state and how you walk through life. I'm sensing some of you are literally getting gifts this week, so that is something to look forward to. This could be an unexpected source of income, but I'm seeing like flowers, right? I was saying bring flowers around the house, but maybe someone's bringing you flowers, okay? At the very least, this is an emphasis on making sure you're keeping up with self-care this week, because it's going to really help raise your vibration, and it's going to continue throughout the next couple of months, this idea of being a really strong magnetic attraction, okay? We have the King of Wands, curious. Wow. So curious, for some of us, this is a really good lover, okay? And some of us are really attracting this figure. Now, it could be male or female. Gender is a little irrelevant in the tarot. It doesn't really matter. So this is just someone who's more in their masculine energy, who is more active instead of receptive. And indeed, we have the word action down here, okay? So what I see, honestly, with the King of Wands is someone, I'm just going to say it. I feel like if you guys are single, you're attracting someone so romantic. And we'll draw some more clarifiers here. Not romantic, I mean seductive. Just really, really seductive. They really know how to use their physical appearance and their energy to get what they want. And this isn't manipulation in a negative connotation. It's in the sense of just knowing how to interact and mingle in the world. I also see this for some of you who are in relationships. You are becoming this King of Wands as a result of stepping up and really honing your physical avatar, your body, this vessel we have in order to experience the 3D, because I believe we're all souls having a human experience. And I'm getting that the more you pay attention, I just keep wanting to be like, It's about the body. It's about the body. And one of the stray cats just came into the studio and sat at my feet, and she's a black cat. So pile 3 has the blessing of the black cat too, which is fertility. That's amazing. Some of you might like to work with a goddess Bast, and I think that you could too, especially if you guys are interested in changing your physical appearance. Now, what I was saying was, some of you, as a result of listening to this physical form, listening to nurturing and treating your body as like a blessing, you're going to step up into a new power. You're going to level up into a new energy where you can really start to sink into this present moment and to be more grounded. And as a result, you're able to call forward these things you want to manifest like instantaneously. That to me is the energy of the King of Wands. For others of you who are calling in this new love, they're older than you, they're mature, they're stable. I see them as either an artist or, why is that word escaping me? An artist or an engineer, sorry. Next card. Wow. Wow, gifts on gifts. Okay, there's something remarkable here, okay? In this particular tarot deck, there are 79 versus 78, and there is an extra major arcana card, which is this charity card. It's an element of surprise at the very least, and I'm curious, you guys should leave a comment below. What do you see here in this painting? It's just taking shape. It's very fuzzy. It's at the very beginning, yet this is at the very end of the major arcana. It's even beyond the world, which some call the most auspicious card in the deck. I certainly would agree with that. This charity card, it talks about art to me, okay? I'm getting the idea of using some sort of energy that you guys are doing right now to beautify the house or beautify yourself, okay? This week, that's the main energy coming through. It's also remarkably abundant, okay? These are very, very positive cards, and I think that, I get this really grounded, stable individual, which, that keeps sounding hollow, but I don't mean it to. It's someone who has their shit together, someone who isn't really worried about finances, where they're going in their life, and you especially shine when you're in that energy. You're not questioning your path. You're just interested in, right now, the body, the physical, and receiving abundance. These are the main themes in your life. This generosity card, right? It talks about even more abundance to me, even more gifts. It talks about receiving some sort of offer that's pivotal, because it is a major arcana card, and the major arcana cards talk about fated events, so things we design for ourselves before we incarnate. And I think you guys are so on path. You're just so balanced right now, where you're meant to be. You have a good measure of all aspects of life, a good balance of work and career, that you are now up for this thing you designed for yourself, okay? So get ready, pile 3. There's something magical happening this week for you. Now, I did want to reach for a romance card or two. This is for pile 3. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Okay, before I go anywhere, there is an element of artist, okay, that I wanted to also pull through. I think that some of you guys should, if flowers aren't your thing, bring art into the house, or you guys are about to receive a gift of art, okay? There's something to do with even going to an art opening, okay? Something along these lines. And this romance card we got is keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Maybe you guys are not really people who watch a lot of tarot readings. You're not people who really go and spend a lot of attention on art. And I think that developing more of an appreciation for fine art especially is what you're up for. There's something about art and creation and creativity that also seems to be a main theme this week. Now, I'm also getting that this figure, for those of you who are single, is more alternative. Okay, you would describe them, as what I mean to say, as more alternative than you. And I think that that would be a really good balanced energy for you, just as a soul, if you're single and looking to have a period of romance or a good relationship. I'm seeing them as being more artistic than you, more alternative than you. Perhaps they're really into sustainable farming and agriculture, ideas like that. And it's different than you, but I'm getting the idea of, that's okay. Because it's actually going to really balance you even more. Okay, I just see a really cool person that you might not recognize as someone that you'd ever be attracted to. They're older than you. Maybe that's one thing. Yeah, that actually could be it. There is an age difference between the two of you. Either you're remarkably older or they are. Okay? So this is the end of your reading pile 3. I really hope you liked it. If you would like to book one of your own, a personal reading, you can email me or follow the link in my description box. If you want to give me a big thumbs up because you've made it this far into the reading, that would be totally cool. It helps other people find these messages, helps my channel grow. And so until next time, stay divine. Hello, Pile 4. Welcome to your reading, everyone who chose multifaceted. So multifaceted always makes me think of garnets, okay? And makes me think of the root chakra. And that's the idea of feeling really secure and in our bodies, and like we have our survival needs being met, okay? I think a really important message, at least for one of you in this reading, is that if you have access to clean drinking water, a roof over your head, a safe place to sleep at night, reliable food, that is good enough for now, okay? So use that as a foundation to build on. For others, you guys chose the only stone that is purely this sort of aquamarine color, kind of a greeny blue, okay? And to me, it talks about bringing something into focus. I think that perhaps you guys have, maybe like me, a lot of passion projects, and it's time to tune into just one this week, okay? So that is the first couple messages. We'll move your card over there. And let's reach for this tarot deck and see if we can get 3 cards for pile 4. I'm sorry. So let's get one more card. And you? Okay. The Empress. Ooh, beautiful. Okay, nurturing vibes. So where in your life do you want to nurture? Where you want to pour all of your creative energy? What in your life is requiring you to give it a little bit more attention? Yeah, that's that idea of bringing potentially 5 flames into one in order to build a bonfire, right? It would be kind of exhausting to, keep 5 fires going, and they can only be so big as a result. But if you put all that fuel, all that wood into one, then you can make a bonfire. That's the energy I'm getting for you guys. The Empress is a major arcana card, so coming out as a weekly prediction, this talks about an event coming through your life that you designed before you incarnated. And this is to help you grow in some aspect. And it might be this simply as looking at yourself as more beautiful, and looking at yourself as more complete, and looking at yourself as more whole. I am so sorry, Pile 4. I realized that I did not start recording your audio until now, so you will observe a little bit of an audio difference. Okay, so the Empress, creative energy, beauty, but nourishing, okay? It's time to really be in your more female energy, and now we all have both masculine and female energies in us, but this week is more about being receptive, and I think it's 2 creative energies that are coming through to help you focus on this one project, right? I get sort of a more artist vibe from this reading, someone who is very creative or works with creativity as their main career, okay? Or I think that you could be someone who works with the divine feminine or works with helping women, something along these lines. And your main energy, the main focus seems to be right now about either on the physical body or pouring a lot of your creative energy into just one project to helping that one thing grow. Try to identify right now, even if you can, that one thing that you've been meaning to do or call attention to that seems a little bit bigger than the other little side projects. And I think there's this idea of letting that completion come full circle. And that's important for some reason, because I think you seeing that seed go from a seed into a plant and then produce flowers is really important. There's something that you need to observe right there. And you guys are the second pile who are receiving a blessing from a black cat. So there's a little stray cat who lives behind my house, and she just came in and purred. So that is the energy of fertility. Black cats to me talk about fertility or the goddess Bastet. I'm so sorry. She's trying to climb onto the table. Give me 1 second. No. Okay. I have to set you out, little baby. No. Outside. Okay, so honestly, some of you could be trying to get pregnant, and that's just one little final message I'm going to leave before we carry on with your reading. Now, you guys have strength. Wow, another major arcana card, okay? Now, there's this idea coming through about needing to have at least an ounce, a measure of strength, okay? I think it's to focus on this one thing, to bring this perhaps fractured aspect of your life into focus. I think perhaps you guys are trying to grow and water too many aspects of your life at once, and you might be evaluating yourself too frequently, and as a result, not observing enough growth or fast enough, okay? So I'm getting the idea of an inner strength that it's going to be required in order to bring your focus onto one project this week, to bringing this one thing through completion, okay? Now, with the Empress and strength, these really talk about really nurturing mother vibes, okay? So there's this idea as well that we're underscoring to devote a little time to self-care this week, okay? To really feeling grounded and in your body, right? That was the original message that came out with the garnet and the root chakra. So if you can sort of connect with a plant, with nature, with animals at the very least, I'm seeing a lot of attention being drawn to animals. I think that's going to it also affects us on a scientific level. We release oxytocin when we nurture and play with and cuddle animals, and maybe that's why the cat came straight onto the table. There's that idea of needing to nurture yourself with kindness and love, right? Now, it could be the idea of 5 turning into 1 is that you're expending a lot of your energy on other people, and as a result, your body and yourself is not feeling nurtured or loved. And that's a block, or it's going to cause a creative block. And we really need to tune in right now and put all of that love in on ourselves. And that's not selfish, it's just required at this time. And it's not selfish because it's not forever, right? This is the main focus that we're talking about for pile 4. Now, the strength card also talks about the idea that what you look like outside is not a reflection of what you have inside. Okay, so try not to get too caught up with outer looks and perhaps what other people think of you, because the inside is what matters the most. And yes, we hear that all the time, but it's true. I'm also getting the idea that when you're going after a goal, perhaps you wanted to... I always do art examples, so try to fit this one in your life. If you're painting something and, it took, let's just say 12 months to finish a painting, and then your gallery opening was maybe just 12 days. Now, what's worth it more? That opening that's only 12 days, or all that time you spent on, those 12 months you spent on that painting? It's the idea of being in the present moment and having that kind of mentality. Okay, strength card again, it also though does talk about this nurturing aspect and this mothering aspect and feminine energy. And I think right now we just need to be a little receptive, because that's going to bring forward creative energies, and that's going to help you take this project from seedling into flower. Oh, and you have luck on your side. Love to see this. But it also, again, the Pentacles talk about health and the physical body. And I think that that aspect of self-care is really important for pile 4. There's this idea of once you can tune into the body, you're going to have, it's almost like an epiphany, right? It's the idea of having a little bit more energy at the very least, or inspiration. Okay, Ace of Pentacles with luck also says, make sure that you feel worthy of abundance, right? We're talking about love and self-care and self-worth. I think you're spending too much time helping other people and not enough on yourself. We're really trying to call a lot of attention to you blossoming. You is what I keep wanting to say. Not watering other people's crops right now, but watering your own. It's like that idea of, being on an airplane. You can't, you have to put your seatbelt on first. Seatbelt. You have to put your oxygen mask on first, because you're not very helpful if you're not, alive. And that's that idea. The best, most creative, the most helpful you could ever be is standing in your power and your authenticity and blooming and shining as bright as possible. And that's done by focusing on yourself. That's how you are the most useful. Because if you spend all your time watering someone else's garden and someone comes over to visit your house and wants dinner, then you'll have no plants. There will be nothing that you can pull from your garden because you've only done and helped other people. That's a very interesting message. Okay, so let's go forward and open your reading a little bit further. We'll draw an Earth Magic card because I'm seeing the Ace of Pentacles, I'm seeing the Empress, and I just feel like you guys could benefit from a little Earth Magic. Okay, wow. So you guys have Shaman with ancient healing and wisdom. Okay. That's curious. So some of you might identify as Native American, but there's also this element of self-care coming in. If I were to really truncate the message of the shaman, we're calling attention to nurturing ourselves. Pile 4 really needs to water themselves for this week, and I'm honestly hearing month. And maybe for some of you, it's like months plural ahead, because there's this idea that when you can understand that you are the most influential when you are the most taken care of. You are the most influential when you take care of yourself, when you put yourself first. That's how you are the most helpful in the world, and that's how you function the best. There's this idea of really tuning into your body and really tuning into you and your creative pursuits and going off after that one thing, trying to channel your energy into that one creative pursuit and into yourself is going to help it go from seedling into flower, into bloom. That's that idea, okay? And for some of you, who are trying to get pregnant, this is probably a message only for maybe like one of you. This idea of looking at yourself as beautiful, as a creative force, and as powerful, and as someone worthy of spending time on yourself, that's going to help this process of pregnancy. Cool. Whatever that seems to be about. And then just, deep healing right now. This week is about self-care. So this is the end of your reading, Pile 4, and I really hope you liked it. If you'd like to book a personal reading, I have a link in my description box, or you can email me. And if you've made it this far into the video, you can leave me a big thumbs up. It really helps support the channel, helps other people find these messages too. So until next time, stay divine. Hello, Pile 5. Welcome to your reading, everyone who chose the monocle or the third eye. So the first message that's coming through seems to be this element of intrigue and mystery. Now, this could also be a need for investigation because something is not quite clear, and it's time to use our intuition or a third eye to tap into what is this missing element? What is this secret? Also, this could simply be the element of magic and mysticism afoot in your week ahead. So, those are your first few messages. Let's set that card aside and reach for the tarot. So, let's grab 3 cards for Pile 5. Here's our first card. Five of Cups. Okay, that card is extremely popular this month, okay? So there's this element of needing to have a turning point, okay? Needing to sort of digest something fully in order to let that be in the past so that we can move forward, okay? It's the idea of needing to look at this week as a turning point. That is a huge message that's coming through. I can't tell you how many readings this month that this card has come out first even, okay? So this could also simply be the need to sort of cleanse your energy, because I'm getting the idea that I need to specifically sage this card in both of my decks, okay? So this is really the card of dropping the shawl of misery and sadness and mourning some loss, because there is still hope. Hope has not been lost, and it's the idea of the original Rider-Waite description or illustration is a figure who is looking at 3 cups. Behind them are 2 cups that are full. The 3 that are in front of them have spilt their contents, good and bad, on the ground. But if this figure could just turn around and see that there are 2 more cups, 2 more relationships, opportunities, gifts, friendships, relations, dreams, longings, beliefs, if they could just turn around, they would be able to recognize that there are 2 more, that there are more. Oh, I love to see this. Okay, so there's an element of friendship, but also we're drawing a lot of attention to emotion, okay? Now, this friendship card says, seek out your friends for support. They can really help you during times of sorrow and really uplift your energy, okay? I'm also getting the idea of needing to take more of an approach of having like 10 dimes to having 5 nickels or 4 quarters, right? So really honing in on friendships, I think, is really important. A theme. I'm getting that's more of like a theme in your life, okay? So I think that this week there could be people who are stepping up and making themselves more known to you, who are really trying to get your attention and show you that they want to build a deeper friendship or relationship with you. Wow, we have the 9 of Pentacles, okay? So someone in, again, the original illustration in the Rider-Waite deck is a single figure, okay? It could be more of a feminine energy, but again, gender is irrelevant with the tarot. What I'm seeing is someone who is trying to cope with something on their own, and we need to seek out other people to help us move through this energy, okay? One really good way to bring more abundance and happiness is, wow, I just try to combine the words optimism and happiness. I don't recommend that. To bring more happiness and optimism into your life is to focus on what you're really grateful for in the present moment. Like if you have a really beautiful creative space, if you love your car, if you have a really inspiring house, just things like that is the first step to expressing gratitude. And then we want to move beyond that to the intangible. You really love your ability to evolve and to take on new forms. You love the view you have outside of the mountains. I'm getting the idea of uplifting your energy through focusing on positive emotions, through friendships, through celebration. Uplifting your energy is a big emphasis here, and I think it's because we want to, we're drawing attention to your body, okay? That's a theme, I think this week ahead is like the physical body and looking at ourselves as individual temples and looking at this life as the body being the most beautiful aspect. I think that we're all spiritual beings having a human experience, and there's this idea of needing to bring up our energy a little bit, okay? I'm gonna reach for an earth medicine card. For pile 5, please. I'm also, just getting this idea, this turning point that needs to happen. I just feel like I want to underscore it's necessary to bring friends in our lives and not to be on our own, okay? Now, for others of us, there is a distinction that is rather, instead of expending all of your energy on relationships, it's time to put ourselves first. Now, this is a general reading, so we're really going to have to discern which energy we identify with. And, you know, there's the element of inspection, okay? And it could also be introspection. This need, in order to have a turning point, to move from this energy, is it's requiring you to pay closer attention to your dreams and longings and beliefs. Okay? And recognizing which ones are ready to be let go and which ones you really want to focus your attention on. Okay? I'm also recognizing that there are no major arcana cards here. These are more simpler energies, so I think that your week ahead is not remarkably difficult or anything along those lines. So it feels like energetically that would be a good time to sort of pay attention to yourself and to pay attention to quieter signs. I think that right now, perhaps you guys are in a very good flow or a rhythm with your life, and I think that being perhaps in a little bit of autopilot nature makes it hard to recognize signs and symbols and synchronicities that the universe is providing you in order to intuit some clue, right? Pick up some little perhaps missing link that's going to help you have this turning point. Ooh, dragonfly with emergence. Okay, that's gorgeous, okay? So this talks about something developing under the surface, okay? I'm getting you emerging though, okay? I'm getting you stepping out of the shadow of your friends or relationships, putting yourself on center stage so that you can bloom, okay? I love to see these lotuses here because it talks about, you know, a bulb being planted deep in the soil and muck and mire in a bog. And that bulb has to grow through that mud all the way through the water in order to burst through the surface to produce the most unusually beautiful bloom, right? I feel like lotus flowers are really remarkably beautiful for the environment that they are currently in. And this talks about a person who is really able to transmute denser energies and move from stages of their life with ease and tranquility of mind, a lot of grace, okay? I'm seeing you as someone who potentially has green eyes and brunette hair, or perhaps you're wanting to add more red to your hair at this time, something along those lines. Now, the dragonfly, yeah, it talks about some little ingredient that you guys are inspecting this week. It's coming to the surface, right? I'm getting something hidden, something mystical, something underneath the surface that's coming to be seen and observed this week. So pay attention to that wherever that might show up. Now, I do see a lot of emotion here and friendships, so let's draw a couple, maybe one or two romance cards for pile 5. You? Okay. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Yes. Okay. There's some, I think, kind of almost the idea of a pause, okay? The idea of some ingredient that needs to come into being, or I'm also getting the idea of patience being a real theme for pile 5 this week. For something to come to the surface, I'm getting the idea of you giving this room, giving this space to be able to make itself known, right? I can't really touch on anymore because it's a general reading, but there's this idea of needing to have a little bit of faith, right? And so that really means, you know, believing that what you desire is going to come in at the proper time when you are ready. And sometimes there are periods where we need to do a little bit of an investigation to figure out perhaps what is causing this delay. Okay, I think patience is a good message. Now, I'm recognizing the red bow right here on this trust card on the arm of this figure here, okay? And the red bow has something to do with your arm. I'm getting the idea of wearing your heart on your sleeve, okay? Now, this could be, you know, a little bit of an idea of romance coming through. This 3 of Cups with friendship could be, you know, are you someone who really identifies with, wanting to call on your soulmate at this time, right? This idea of your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Some of you could be, I almost said celebrating a loss, okay? And what I mean to say is just honoring something that has passed in your life. And I want you guys to have this idea of expecting the unexpected, okay? Because the Nine of Pentacles is kind of like a really great card. It talks about a lot of abundance and touching on domestic bliss and things being really secure in the body and the home, okay? And I'm getting that in order to leave behind this Five of Cups, what we really need to do is trust in the process, go through it, go through these thick, difficult times, not staying there and being very active in making choices to digest this emotion, okay? Whatever this thing is that we're mourning the loss of or letting go of, it's important to do that actively and then to move forward, right? To make sure we're not dwelling there, okay? And but I'm also trying to underscore the fact that it is important to feel the extent of this emotion, and as soon as you're able to move forward, okay? I see this week being a period of blossoming, a period of moving forward, a period of secrets coming to the surface, to help you, I think, move forward into a period where you have more stability and self-reliance and self-dependence, okay? And it has something to do with patience too, so keep that in mind. Now, I do think that I want to, for some reason for you guys, I'm going to draw a spiritual card to end your reading. So for pile 5, share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution, expression. Yeah, there's this idea of someone who's solitary, who likes to spend time alone, or who has really been holding up right now in order to mourn some loss. And I'm getting that it's time to be very practical in your approach of getting over what has happened, right? Share your voice, come out of the cave. Those are actions of doing, and it's like making sure that this week is a turning point. Calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations, those are all very specific actions you're taking to make something come into being, to make something emerge. Something hidden under the surface is coming out to be seen so that you can move forward. It's like a little bit of an ingredient that's been holding you back. This could be some little puzzle piece or some little answer that's really going to help you move forward, okay? As long as you can uplift your energy, that was the message of the Three of Cups. You can do that with friends, or you can appreciate your body and all that you have to be grateful for. And in addition, you can just trust and have patience. Those energies will bring forward this message of intrigue, okay? This little bit of something that needs to be revealed to you so that you can move forward. All right, so this is the end of your reading pile 5, and I really hope you liked it. If you'd like to book a personal reading, you can follow the link in my description box or email me. And if you've made it this far into the video, you can give me a big thumbs up. It really helps support this channel, helps other people find these messages too. So until next time, stay divine.